Hello, my name is Rick. This video is designed to help you with the procedures you should take to install a solar sucker onto your roof. This video contains instructions for the installation of the solar sucker on a tin roof and a tile roof. There will be two installations. Both installs are of the 20-watt round hood solar sucker. If you are installing the 27-watt square solar sucker, the instructions are exactly the same. To begin with, safety is a key issue, and because you will be working at heights, we recommend that you take extra care. If you are working on a sunny day, put on some sunscreen, a hat and sunglasses. Position your ladder in the safest place. Make sure the ladder is stable and secured. Use the correct rubber-soled footwear to prevent slipping on the roof. When you are installing the solar sucker on a sunny day, you will need to cover the solar panels. This will stop the fan blades from running. Before we start, you need to decide where to place the solar sucker on your roof. We recommend you place the solar sucker on the north-facing roof because it gets the most sunshine. Alternatively, the west-facing roof is also good because it gets the most sunshine in the afternoon, in summer. On the north or west-facing roof, place the solar sucker as high up on the roof as possible. The solar sucker will work best in this position. How many solar suckers will you need? For most homes in Australia, one per roof is plenty. Let's now put one on a tin roof. In this example, we are going to put the solar sucker under the ridge cap on a north-facing roof. Firstly, take off the screws along the ridge cap. To make it easier, use a hex bit connected to a battery-powered drill. If you do not have a drill, use a manual wrench. Now straighten up the ridge cap tin so the solar sucker can go underneath it later. Measure and mark where the solar sucker will go, keeping in mind the solar sucker will tuck under the ridge cap by about 60 millimeters. Mark where you will need to cut a hole in the tin. You can use a normal texter or a pencil for this. The hole for the solar sucker should be 400 millimeters or 40 centimeters in diameter. In this example, we are going to use tin snips or side cutters to cut out the hole. Now carefully put the solar sucker in, taking care not to warp the fan blades underneath with undue knocking or rough conduct. Next, drill holes in the solar sucker with a 6mm metal drill bit, where the original screws were taken out. Replace the screws with the solar sucker in place and you have now securely attached the solar sucker to the house. We recommend at least 4 screws for a secure attachment. More screws can be used. To make the roof watertight, we recommend flash tack weatherproofing tape, 72mm wide, which can be found in all good hardware stores and from us. First, clean the area where the flash tack will go, along the solar sucker and roof, with methylated spirits to give it a clean surface to stick to. Cut the flash tack to size and use it to seal the solar sucker to the roof line. Congratulations! You have finished installing the solar sucker. One other thing you can do is paint the flashing with a touch-up paint to hide the silver flash tack tape. Let's get the panels aligned to the correct angle. If you need to, unlock the screws to the side of the panel, pull them up to the correct angle and lock them in place again. This feature is particularly useful if you need to put the solar sucker in awkward positions, but is not normally required. The optimum angle for the solar sucker should be 20 to 25 degrees to the horizon, facing north or northwest. Now go inside and replace the manhole with a vented panel. The new manhole has lots of holes in it and still looks good. This will allow air to be sucked from the house, removing any extra heat, then into the roof, then out through the solar sucker. We recommend that you now open a window where cool air can enter the house. You have now achieved maximum ventilation. Now let's put the solar sucker on a tile roof. Working with tiles is difficult if you are not experienced. It can be tricky and rough on the hands. Firstly, choose a space on the roof that is facing north or west. We will take care not to upset the ridge capping. The ridge capping is expensive to repair once disturbed, so we want to place the solar sucker at least 3 tiles below the top tile. Take the tile off the roof where the solar sucker will go, keeping in mind the hole will depend on the size of the tiles. Discard the tiles or keep them in a safe place for reuse elsewhere in the future. The hole made by the tiles should be no less than 400 mm and no more than 620 mm squared. The hole made by the removal of the tiles will vary in size, depending on the different tiles used in your roof. You may find that the solar sucker hole lies above a wooden rafter. This is not ideal, but is okay if there is no other option. To make it easier on your hands, we recommend you cut 4 simple wooden wedges from a piece of wood. Use these wedges to lift the tiles about 1 centimetre above each other and keep them there for easy installation. Place the solar sucker under the tiles on the top and on the side, so water can run off and away from the roof when it rains. The bottom of the solar sucker should go over the bottom tiles. Now attach the solar sucker to the wooden battens underneath the roof line with screws. Firstly, drill holes in the solar sucker base with a 6 mm metal drill bit. Then, using a hex head roofing screw, attach the solar sucker to the roof rafters. We recommend at least 4 screws. Replace the tiles so they fit snugly around the solar sucker. Now clean the tiles around the solar sucker and, using silicone, seal the solar sucker from rains and storms. The silicone will take a few days to dry. Finally, remove the cardboard paper. Congratulations! You have attached a solar sucker to your roof. Now go inside and replace the manhole as shown before. We guarantee you'll love it and that it will keep your home cooler this summer. It will also keep your roof dust-free and reduce moisture buildup. It will do all of this. We guarantee it, or we will happily give you your money back. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions, please contact us on our website.